the stars, pull one down for you, shining on my heart. So you.
I'm a Roman Catholic.
Catholic?
Well, I'm Polish and a Roman Catholic Polak.
Catholicism in a broad sense.
Catholicism.
Well, Catholicism because I grew up Catholic.
I don't.
None.
I was baptized as a Roman Catholic. My family is very Catholic. I've been raised going to Mass every Sunday.
Nationality and tradition.
I just grew up that way.
I was brought up in it.
Because I grew up Catholic. Both my parents are Catholic.
I feel like religion's a big fantasy game. People just join as a club or are born into.
Just the idea of the unity in the church.
I have a hard time buying that a set of moral ideas were established by one particular group of anybody.
Being a part of that faith community, I think, really is an essential part of my life.
The charitable aspects.
It seems too far-fetched.
I mean, there's certain things in Mass that make you Catholic other than Protestant or any other Christian, like the Eucharist during Mass. And then, I don't know, just the morals that I follow.
There's a sort of broad set of ideas and sort of perspectives. I think perspectives more than anything.
The overarching ideas of what is good and what is bad.
Why do I find myself not believing in a particular religion of any type? I have a hard time buying that they're anything different than just human morality.
Well, I follow all the rules. Well, most of them.
Christ died to open up the option of eternal life for humanity. The idea that we have 7 sacraments in which we can encounter Christ, the most important of which is the Eucharist, which becomes his body and blood, and the priest consecrates it.
Well, the belief that it's the Eucharist, the belief in Jesus Christ, probably salvation and redemption.
The Holy Trinity.
Jesus' selfless suffering.
I mean, I think there's definitely a core sort of set of, not principles, but I mean, everything sort of stems from one particular event, really.
Trying to lead a life of selflessness.
Christ did come to the earth, that he was incarnated, and that makes us able to have a personal relationship with him, and that we can encounter him through the sacraments, particularly the Eucharist.
I feel like there's so many more productive things that can be done in the time and effort spent on faith.
Like the golden rule, do unto others as you would want them to do unto yourself.
I guess I don't have to feel guilty for doing things.
I wouldn't say anything's particularly important about not believing, but I think that it's important that you take from the different things that you choose not to believe, you at least understand them. Like, I was raised Catholic, so I have an understanding of what Catholic morals are, but I don't necessarily say that I follow Catholic morals. I like to say like I follow human or proper morals.
I would say the whole idea of morality.
Not the ones that they would sort of put the most emphasis on. Some of the ones that things may sort of originally have originated in, what gave birth to a lot of the things that they now sort of emphasize more than the original sort of founding principles, I guess.
Never really thought about this before. The belief that there is a God. Well, mostly probably their stance against gay marriage.
A lot of the ideas about marriage, about sex within and without marriage, inside and outside of marriage, and the church's view on homosexuality. I don't agree with.
Do I not agree with? That's actually a very hard question. Off the top of my head, I can't think of anything.
I'm sure there's something. I can't think of it off the top of my head right now. Nothing major.
Specifics.
Do I not agree with? I mean, it makes sense that there's an ultimate creator. You know, all of this could not just come from nothing. But at the same time, it's more of like a, I'll worry about that later. Put it in the back, just deal with life as it is now.
They believe in their religion and they respect it, and they make an attempt to try and fully live it.
Being baptized into the Catholic faith is an essential part of what makes you Catholic, but also agreeing with the essential Catholic teachings is what makes you an Orthodox Catholic and not a heretic.
I don't know.
Going to Mass and just following basically what Jesus said in the Gospels.
They themselves believe they're Catholic, despite whether they follow the rules correctly or not.
Everything but specifics. I don't really know, I'm not one.
Involvement in the church really is my connection to Christ through attending masses and through being a part of just the church community.
My mom.
Well, I'm like any human being and I make mistakes, but I do try to live my life the Catholic way.
Still believe in the sacrament.
I'm baptized.
I think my ability to just kind of relate to the Gospels that are spoken during Sunday Masses, and to not just take them as random words, but really try to take them as true to heart.
I don't know, I mean, honestly, it's a self-identification more than anything else. You can apply that as many different ways as you want, focusing on as many different things as you want, but more than anything, it's a self-identification. My apathy towards many of the Catholic rules.
It has a really strong effect on the way I see the world and my belief system and the way that I interact with other people and the values, but also just what I want from life and the different things that I pursue.
It affects my actions a bit, I hope.
I think it makes life easier. Like, it makes something to live for, and it kind of sets you on the right path.
It makes them way more community-oriented, more social, more wanting to better the community they're in. That's what I've got. That's what I've understood from it.
I don't think I would have had the same upbringing, the same view on life if I grew up Jewish or if I grew up Protestant. I wouldn't go to church as much. I think I wouldn't have the same community of friends if I wasn't Catholic.
Then I don't think I'd be the same person that I am.
I think it informs a lot of the ideas that I have about a lot of things.
There's a difficulty with like the stereotypization of Catholics by our society right now. Being like, oh, I go to Catholic or I am a Catholic, then immediately there's a reaction.
Not being judgmental towards most people.
Probably relating to other people who don't have any faith.
You know, sometimes you don't want to go to Mass on Sunday. There's certain things that you should do, that you know you should do, but just kind of get swept under the carpet a lot.
The structure. It's very structured.
Specifics. Making sense of some of the things that they make arguments for, especially in today's paradigm where we're a little freer thinking or modern thinking.